like everyone else that was planning to be a part of the GNL conference in Nashville, I regret that we were unable to get together. And yet I'm thankful to Dr. Forrest Harris for providing us with an opportunity to speak to those who might have been present and to bring to bear the faith that we have in times such as these. We can't be together because of the coronavirus, because of COVID-19. And we've heard every other voice speaking to these times. We've heard the voices of medicine, science, politics, economics. The one voice we had not heard as much of, but need to hear much more from, is the voice of faith. What can the church say? What can preachers say? What can people of faith say in times such as these? So here are a few thoughts that I've shared generally and want to share now more specifically. 3 things. First of all, the coronavirus reminds us that none of us are as strong as we think we are. With all the power of our institutions, all the strength of our military, all the breadth and depth of our intellectual capacity, God has fundamentally brought this country, and in a great deal of ways, this world, to a complete halt by an invisible virus that reminds us that we are almost always at the mercy of forces in nature far stronger than ourselves. Hurricanes and floods, fire and mud, and now a virus has brought to an end some of the major events in our nation. Broadway shows, athletic events, educational institutions closing their doors. We are not quite as strong as we think we are. Secondly, we've learned that nature, and the virus in particular, is no respecter of persons. When Tom Hanks and his wife, Rita Wilson, and then the wife of the Prime Minister of Canada, all announced that they were positive with the coronavirus. When Kevin Durant and members of the New Jersey Nets and others in the NBA announced that they were positive for coronavirus. When the actor Idris Elba announced that he was positive for the coronavirus, we were once again reminded that sickness is no respecter of person. We spend so much time, don't we, you and I, differentiating ourselves on matters of race or gender or income or sexual orientation or nationality. And then comes a virus that is no respecter of person and strikes us down, rich or poor, black or white, young or old. The third point I want to make, the point of faith, comes from Psalm 91. On 9/11/2001, when our nation was physically attacked, when planes flew into the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and Shanksville, Pennsylvania, Psalm 91 brought me great comfort. You shall not be afraid of the terror that flies by night or the arrow that flies by day. And then verse 6 goes on to say, nor the plague, the pestilence that destroys at noonday. Do not be afraid. God is with us. Do not be afraid. This is as much a time for voices of faith as for any other voices in our society. The God who has brought us through everything else we have faced has not gone on vacation. God has not overlooked us. God has not done something beyond God's own capacity. You shall not be afraid of the pestilence, the plague that destroys at noonday. So keep the faith and share the faith and remind people that in the darkest times of our singular national and global life, The earth is still the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. God bless you. God keep you. I hope to see you soon when GNL reconvenes on the campus of American Baptist College in Nashville, Tennessee.